Okay, there's 7 koans, and they're short stories. You should get enlightenment at the end of them. This is, I'm not going to explain. You can't explain koans to people. You just have to understand them yourself. Usually they take an hour or more to figure out, but there's 83 people here. So between us all, we should be able to do each one in less than a minute, okay? So, like I said, I don't do mutexes and stuff. Just yell out thoughts as soon as you get them, and then we'll all be enlightened at the end of each one. Okay? Must do X first, but why? The master says, check Git. You spend a week looking through the archives and you find nothing. Nothing explains that comment. And then you are enlightened. Now, some of you heard a few of these things before this week, but there's some new ones too. So come on, does anyone understand how did we get enlightened? This one's really hard because you actually need to spend the week going through the pain. So what would happen if you spent a week trying to find why this comment is there? How would you feel?
There's no reason.
There's no reason. Come on, we have to be quick here.
Historical reasons.
There's historical reasons, but what are they?
Someone got fired.
Yeah, someone got fired, yeah.
The history got trimmed.
The history got trimmed? Yeah, that's the thing. You spend a whole week and you can't find it. But now, what's the answer? Where's the enlightenment of what do you learn from this?
Now you finally read the code for once.
Nope, got to go on. Can't be enlightened. Lock-free master, we need a queue. This happened, actually. And I searched the code base. I was the master in this case, not usually. And gave them a queue, which wasn't lock-free, and said, there you go. So, anyone enlightened by that? I'm already like 2 minutes in. Master, explain the rule of 0. I study the pointers of Master Hinit and Dimov. But they don't follow the rule of 0, so why would you study those pointers for the rule of 0? There we go, enlightenment. If you use those pointers, you can follow the rule of 0. We get a winner. All right. Near sprint n, Master found them arguing n versus log n on some algorithm they were writing. These are all 140 characters, so they just have to, like exactly 140 characters. So I have to kind of add some words every now and then. So the master typed the solution, which was n squared. So one of the people left in disgust at the n squared, and the other was enlightened. The n squared wasn't the fastest one. N was 10, maybe. Or it was near the sprint end. Does that help? Done now is more important? Yes, there we go.
Don't open a new bug.
Yeah, just, was this good enough? Did anyone measure yet? Right? Okay. So the junior dev said, I went through all the code and changed all lists of vectors, because that's usually a good thing, but one crashed. And then the master said, well, who is to blame for that? Templates need concepts, and headers need headers. What does templates need? How are templates and concepts related? What? Come on, loud. They constrain, yes. Other word I'm looking for? Requirements, yes. Templates, concepts, requirements. What's the headers and headers? You have header that requires another header. It has dependencies, yes. So what happened to that one line of code? When choosing a container, remember vector is best. Leave a comment to explain if you choose from the rest. I will just tell you, the blame goes to the person who used list and didn't explain why list was necessary. There was a hidden requirement that wasn't mentioned. Master, I found all our leaks. I fixed all our leaks by using shared pointer everywhere. When you lead a plow horse, who holds the reins? Who else holds the reins? Is that clear? The horse? No. Well, yeah, that's true. I guess the horse holds the reins on the other end. But that's not my question. I like that. There's also often more enlightenment than I planned. So I'll let you guys think of that one. Shared pointers for ownership. Thank you. We're on the right track.
You actually must get a guy on the horse who is holding the reins, and he's going to run off.
How many people are holding the reins when you're using a plow horse? And how many people are holding the reins when you use a shared pointer?
Who owns the field? The tractor belongs to everybody.
Drop the mic. That's my favorite one.
That one's awesome.